Hey guys, this is BertBot, and it's been a while, but I'm gonna do something that I haven't done before, and I'm gonna make videos about a cell phone game or a mobile game. And anybody that's seen my videos before, I've done tech reviews, and I've also done some in-game gameplay videos for the PC. But I think that I'm gonna switch it up and go over to cell phone games, or at least this game in particular, and kind of try to build off of that. For anybody that hasn't seen this game before or doesn't know anything about it, this is Azur Lane. This is a mobile game that you can find on the Apple iTunes Store, or you can find it on the Google Play Store. And I usually don't play cell phone games, but Azur Lane has kind of captured my interest, if that makes any sense at all. I usually don't find cell phone games to be engaging or keep my attention, and Azur Lane really does that, and I will explain why. But this is kind of an overview of the game, and I will try to keep this short, and then we'll make it a series. But like I said, this is an overview and how I rate the game, and where I plan on going with the videos moving forward. So for this video in particular, we're going to go over the user interface. I think the user interface, the menu, the artwork, everything flows really well with each other, and it's pretty easy to use. After maybe 30 minutes of playing, you kind of have a really basic understanding of how to maneuver through the menu and get to the things that you need. The artwork is great. The gameplay is definitely flashy, but I think that it's entertaining at the same time, and it's sometimes it can get a little overwhelming with how much is going on screen, especially doing the PvP portion, which you don't actually fight against other players in real time. They create a lineup of ships, and then you play against their lineup with your lineup, and you have no control over it. You just watch it happen. But I think that overall, the gameplay is smooth, it's understandable, and it makes sense. There are some things that I don't like if you put it on automatic and the AI controls your formation through a game, like through a combat session, then the AI makes dumb decisions. It pretty much just goes up, down, left, right, back, forward. That's it. Nothing special. So it doesn't really account for attacks or vectors or anything like that. It'll run you into other ships and all this other stuff, so it doesn't really have any intelligence. But that's to prevent you from, abusing the auto play system. So the auto play feature is kind of there just so you can push it and grind up your inexperienced formations or characters without having to really invest too much time in it into a gameplay session. Whereas, like, the higher up you get, the more engaged you have to be as a player. So there are some gameplay features that are kind of rough, but I think that they ultimately make sense. The combat, like I said, is really fun. I enjoy it. Can be flashy at times, and the artwork plays into it. In combat, you have chibi characters, or like really cartoon versions of your actual characters, and then when you import, those characters actually have more of a animated, standard type of appearance. So it kind of follows the same routine that a lot of other games. They use chibi anime characters. In the gameplay, they're really really goofy little toon looking things, but then in the menus and stuff, they obviously have more of a regular anime adult appearance, if that makes any sense. I think one of the things that holds this game back, from the gameplay standpoint, is the lewd artwork material. There's a lot of lewd artwork, which attracts, certain types of people that just focus on the lewd material, and the chat is usually filled up with lewd comments, and the comments about characters in the comment section of a character's information tab is filled with a bunch of lewd crap that you don't really care about, or generally you shouldn't care about from a playing standpoint, right? Nobody's going to say that looking at a lewd animated character is like a terrible thing when playing a game like this, but it kind of excludes younger kids from playing. At least I would hope so, because if I had, a young kid, I wouldn't want them playing something like this, just for the simple fact that it has lewd materials. But I think that they could have achieved the same results without having lewd material. But to get people to buy lewd skins, or buy lewd content, it kind of makes people want to buy gems, which are the premium currency of the game. So I think that there's kind of a drawback there in the lewd artwork material, but I see why they do it. And from a business standpoint, it does probably draw in plenty of money, because you buy the gems, you buy the lewd skins, and then you can look at half-naked women. I've bought lewd skins because why the hell not? I was going to buy gems anyway, and I liked one of the skins in particular, but I don't have a problem with lewd content. I could just see where lewd content kind of holds the game back, if that makes sense. But it doesn't personally offend me, and I don't care that it's there from a actual being offended standpoint. I just think that the chat being flooded with crap, lewd comments, and the comments about the characters in their comment section is kind of a drawback for the gameplay experience. But overall, I like the artwork. I can see why they have lewd material. No nudity, just extremely lewd. And I can see why they did it. It doesn't bother me. I can see how it bothers some people, and it does have a infringement on gameplay, in my opinion. But that's enough about that. Overall, though, I think the game is easy to understand. It has some PvP content that's not really... You create a lineup, they create a lineup, you watch them fight, you work your way up a leaderboard. Decent reward system. A lot of the material, all the content is accessible without buying premium currency. But you do boost your chances buying premium currency, and I did buy premium currency more than I would care to admit that I bought. But you don't need premium currency to access all the content. It just takes you longer if you don't invest in premium currency. But overall, like I said, the game is really engaging, and I've hardly been able to pull my face away from it for 3 days now that I've been playing. So, and I usually don't ever play cell phone games because they're boring to me, and they're way too freemium, in my opinion. And this game doesn't really differ from the freemium fact, but it does keep you engaged a lot more than any other game has kept me engaged. And I'm going to make a series on Azur Lane going forward, but this is just a basic overview of how I feel the game is, and a basic review. But if you enjoy, the type of animated gameplay, animated style, chibi characters, some lewd material, and just general easy to learn, complicated to master type gameplay, then I definitely recommend Azur Lane to you. There's very few negative things that I can say about it. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna move on to, other more detailed videos about specific facets of the game, go into gameplay, into other like building, training, storage, equipment, missions, and all that in future videos. But I do want to keep my videos under 10 minutes. So this is just the introduction. Stick around for more videos, and if you guys have suggestions or things that you would like to see, feel free to let me know, and I will do my best to include that information or your request in my next video. And if I get enough requests, obviously that means that, that's a very important topic for you all. But this is BertBot, and this has been my upfront initial review of Azur Lane, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.